Khloé Kardashian dropped a bombshell when she revealed she doesn't own a single personal belonging from her late father. And the reason? A little-known and deeply controversial twist involving a woman who allegedly married him on his deathbed. The same family we think we know inside and out still has secrets capable of stopping fans mid-scroll. And this revelation didn't just spark curiosity, it reopened old wounds, reignited debates about legacy, and raised uncomfortable questions about grief, inheritance, and what family really means. Robert Kardashian wasn't just famous because of his children. He was a successful attorney long before reality TV entered the chat, best known for being part of O.J. Simpson's legal defense team in the 1990s. But to Khloé, Kourtney, Kim, and Rob Jr., he was simply dad, the grounding force in a family that would later become a global brand. Khloé has often described her father as her emotional safe space. She's shared stories of his humor, his protectiveness, and his belief in her, especially during moments when she felt like she didn't quite fit in. Which makes her recent confession all the more heartbreaking. No watch passed down. No letters saved. No physical connection to the man who shaped her childhood. How does that even happen in a family with so much wealth and access? That question leads us straight into the most controversial chapter of Robert Kardashian's final days and the woman at the center of it all. Here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. In 2003, shortly before Robert Kardashian passed away from esophageal cancer, he reportedly married Jan Ashley, a woman he had been dating. The marriage allegedly took place just weeks before his death, a move that stunned not only the public, but his own children. Khloé has since claimed that this marriage resulted in Jan Ashley taking possession of many of Robert's personal belongings, leaving his children without access to items they believed would be theirs one day. Khloé didn't describe it with bitterness. In fact, her tone was surprisingly calm, almost resigned. When someone passes away, especially unexpectedly or quickly, legal processes kick in, sometimes before emotions have time to catch up. Wills, marriages, and spousal rights can dramatically reshape who receives what. In Khloé's case, she claimed she and her siblings were left with no tangible reminders of their father. Not because they didn't want them, but because they simply weren't available anymore. For anyone who's lost a loved one, this hits close to home. When Khloé said she doesn't have any of her father's belongings, she didn't dramatize it. No tears. No outrage. Just a quiet statement that landed harder than any headline. Because sometimes, the most painful truths are spoken softly. She's mentioned that she holds onto memories instead of materials, and while that sounds noble, it also feels like a defense mechanism, one many of us adopt when we're forced to let go without closure. Psychologists often say physical objects help anchor grief. They give us something to touch when the person themselves is gone. You don't need a famous last name or millions in the bank to face inheritance confusion. All it takes is unclear documentation, rushed decisions, or emotional blind spots during difficult times. Khloé's experience highlights an uncomfortable reality. Sentimental items often aren't prioritized in legal planning. What's striking about Khloé's reflection is the lack of bitterness. Instead of pointing fingers, she leans into gratitude. She talks about the lessons her father taught her, the values he instilled, and how his presence still guides her decisions today. That doesn't erase the hurt, but it shows growth. And maybe that's the most powerful part of the story. Because sometimes healing isn't about getting things back, it's about choosing what you carry forward. This headline went viral for a reason. It's not just about Khloé. It's not just about Robert Kardashian. And it's definitely not just about a controversial marriage. It's about family, about what we lose when someone dies, and about the things we assume will always be ours until they're not. Fans see themselves in this story. They remember the necklace they wish they'd kept, the voicemail they didn't save, the jacket that disappeared during a move. Suddenly, Khloé Kardashian isn't a reality star. She's just a daughter missing her dad. What would you hold on to if you had the chance? If tomorrow everything changed, what would you wish you had saved? A letter? A photo? A watch? A voice note? Khloé's story quietly challenges us to think ahead, not in fear, but in love. To ask our parents about their stories.
to safeguard the little things.
To understand that memories are precious, but sometimes having something tangible makes them easier to hold. What's one item you'd never want to lose from someone you love? Do you believe memories are enough, or do physical reminders matter? Share your thoughts, join the conversation, and if this story resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Pass it on. Because sometimes the stories that stay with us are the ones that remind us we're not alone.